don't want free bounty. I'm literally trying to give away free bounty. And no one wants free bounty. What is this? I'm getting like mad because no one's free bounty. I'm trying to give away free bounty. And no one wants it. Okay, there you go. Get back to Roblox. Bloxwords. No one takes free bounty again. Like, I might actually be mad because people just go rampage on people and kill and steal the bounties when they don't want to give it away, but when they do want to give it away for free, you guys don't take it. Like, what is this? Explain yourself, people. Explain. So doesn't take free bounty. I am mad. You guys will need to roll for me a food then. Yep, that's the rules I made up. On last server, let's do. If you win, if you beat me at chess, you get free bounty, but if you lose, you have to pay me a game. I think that's a fair. watch it together.
Out to be surprisingly heartwarming. At some point, Whitebeard found love with an unnamed woman. Together, they welcomed a child into the world. However, tragedy struck during childbirth, taking the life of Luffy's mother and leaving Whitebeard utterly devastated. During this time, Whitebeard already had his crew and was executed only a few months before Luffy's birth. As he grew up, Luffy became very close with the Whitebeard pirates, especially Marco, whom he thought looked cool because he was a talking flaming parrot. Time went on, and eventually, Luffy followed in his father's footsteps and became a member of the Whitebeard pirates at just 15 years old. However, he didn't have the Gomu Gomu no Mi, and just like his father, relied mostly on his strength and proficiency with haki. As more time passed and Luffy became stronger, they heard that a man was searching for the Whitebeard pirates and had even damaged Kaido's castle and burned Whitebeard's flag on Fishman Island. Do you know who he is? It was none other than Fire Fist Ace. Whitebeard told Luffy that they would surely meet in the future and not to harm him because he was the son of a rival. Much to Luffy's surprise, it didn't take long because the Whitebeard pirates made their move after hearing that Jinbei was fighting Ace. When they arrived, they saw that it was a stalemate and Ace was already very tired. In the original timeline, Whitebeard told his crew that he would be enough and personally faced Ace. But in this story, let's say that Whitebeard said the same thing, but Luffy pleaded with him, saying this was his chance to prove his strength to his father. Whitebeard laughed and agreed, even though Marco protested because he was a little too overprotective. Luffy whipped out his brass knuckles, infused them with advanced armament haki, and went on to face Ace. To protect his crew, Ace created a wall of fire circling both him and Luffy. The two fought, and even though Ace was already tired and somewhat hurt, it almost seemed like it would be a stalemate. However, because of a bit of luck where Ace slipped, Luffy managed to land a good punch and knocked him out. Ace was on the ground, and before Luffy could finish him, Whitebeard stopped the fight. Whitebeard offered Ace to join his crew and become one of his sons, much to everyone's surprise. Ace refused, but he was knocked out anyway, and eventually woke up on Whitebeard's ship. At the very start of Ace joining the crew, Luffy and he hated each other and always fought. Eventually, a rivalry started brewing between the two, and they would try to one-up each other in the stupidest ways, like who could cook the best, eat the fastest, or even just through singing, which neither of them was talented in. From hate grew a rivalry, and from that grew respect, and they became inseparable. Luffy eventually became the 2nd Division commander with Ace as his vice commander. They lived their lives freely and enjoyed being under Whitebeard's flag until one day, a member of their crew committed murder, and it was none other than Blackbeard himself. Because of Whitebeard's code of honor, which required avenging a murdered crew member, it became Luffy's duty to avenge Thatch. Seeing that Blackbeard might be too much to handle alone, Ace volunteered to go with Luffy as it was also his responsibility. Together, they set out to find Blackbeard and end him. Their journey spanned months, and the only information they got about Blackbeard came from a marine scout ship, which was enough for them to carefully follow his tracks. They found Blackbeard in a small town on Bonaro Island and were surprised that he already had his own crew. He admitted to killing Thatch, and a fight between them broke out. Luffy immediately went to fight Blackbeard, but when Blackbeard used the Yami Yami no Mi, Ace successfully saved Luffy. Ace told Luffy to take out Blackbeard's crew first so that they could then help each other, while Ace held Blackbeard off to buy some time. Blackbeard was slowly gaining an advantage over Ace, but Luffy was almost done with his task. Just after Luffy defeated the last member of Blackbeard's crew, Blackbeard launched a devastating attack that consumed the entire island in darkness. Luffy tried to intervene, but Ace immediately told him to run away and that he would hold off the attack. He also told Luffy to call for backup and let the Whitebeard pirates know just how strong Blackbeard had become. Despite being opposed to this, Ace somewhat convinced Luffy, and so he retreated back to the Moby Dick. Ace was lying though, because like in the original series, he would be defeated and imprisoned in level 6 of Impel Down. At Impel Down, he met Jinbei and Garp and had a talk with both. In this timeline, however, Luffy never invaded Impel Down and instead stayed with Whitebeard, planning their attack on Marineford to rescue Ace. Of course, we all knew it would lead to this. In Marineford, Ace's true bloodline was revealed, shocking the world. He was about to be executed when the Whitebeard pirates arrived with Luffy. They rushed in to rescue Ace and fought the Marines hard. Throughout this battle, Luffy was the one taking the lead. In this timeline, Luffy grew stronger than he originally was and could probably defeat multiple vice admirals on his own. He had no devil fruit and mainly relied on his strength, technique, and haki. Another thing that changed here is that Luffy didn't bring a bunch of pirates from Impel Down, meaning Jinbei, Buggy, and Crocodile weren't present in the battle to provide much needed backup. And let's be honest, Crocodile was the real MVP during the Marineford arc. Anyway, as the Whitebeard pirates kept pushing on, Ace was about to be executed by the two two guards. But Whitebeard and Luffy instantly made their moves, unlike in the original timeline where Whitebeard mostly waited. It's also safe to say that Whitebeard went all out to the point where his devil fruit shook everything in sight, cracking the ground and even breaking the tower Ace was on. Ace was saved for now, and the battle raged on. Oars Jr., despite his wounds, kept fighting, and Marco even threw Luffy toward where Ace was located. As he landed there, he faced Garp. Marco tried to attack Garp, but was instantly repelled, leaving only Luffy standing against the hero of the Marines. Garp instantly realized Luffy was Whitebeard's son. The two fought, but Luffy was no match for Garp. Whitebeard and the other pirates tried to reach them, but the admirals arrived, and things took a turn for the worse. However, just before Garp could knock Luffy out, Luffy used Conqueror's Haki, shocking the old man and giving Luffy the opportunity to land a clean shot and knock him down. Seeing this, Sengoku activated his Devil Fruit, and just before he attacked Ace and Luffy, Luffy broke Ace's handcuffs, and both of them managed to dodge it as Ace used his Devil Fruit. As they made their way back to the front line, they eventually met up with the other Whitebeard pirates. In one of the most surprising moments in One Piece, Whitebeard told Ace and Luffy to escape with the other members of their crew, while he stayed behind to give them a chance to escape. Despite their reluctance, Ace and Luffy agreed, but Sakazuki appeared. He insulted Whitebeard, and Ace was about to go back, but Luffy punched him, saying he was going to waste their father's life. Seeing that his taunting didn't work, Sakazuki tried to attack them, but Whitebeard blocked his attack with his own body. He immediately told the two of them to run, and as brothers, they would continue to roam the seas as the captain and vice captain of the Whitebeard pirates. They ran, crying as Whitebeard sacrificed his life for his crew and family. Blackbeard, with one attack, devastated most of Marineford and Sakazuki. And of course, Shanks and his crew arrived to stop the war, and Sengoku agreed to this even though it meant that Roger's son would still be alive. After the battle, the Whitebeard pirates conducted a funeral for Whitebeard. Luffy and Ace were devastated, but this only meant that they needed to get stronger so they could get their revenge on Blackbeard for Thatch and Whitebeard. After the war at Marineford,